friends, and welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories with Missy Lane. Tonight, I'd like to read you a special book called Binny's Diwali, and I'm going to dedicate it to my friends Leah and Sid, who live right here in the Pittsburgh area. I want to thank them for recommending and requesting this book. Diwali actually means Festival of Lights, and it's a religious celebration that is celebrated in India by certain cultures and religions. And it's fun to read about different celebrations around the world, isn't it? For me, I discovered a lot that I didn't know about Diwali. Now, Diwali just ended, I believe, in October, but I thought it would still be fun to read about and learn about today. So Binny's Diwali is by Thridi Umrigar, and it's illustrated by Nidhi Chanani. Binny woke up happy but nervous. It was her day to share about Diwali, the Festival of Lights. Since her class was learning about different celebrations, her teacher, Mr. Boomer, had asked her to talk about her favorite holiday. Last month, Sarah talked about Rosh Hashanah, and today it was Binny's turn. She hoped everything would go just as she and her teacher had planned. Binny started getting ready for school. She smiled as she noticed the Indian outfit Mom and Dad had laid on her chair. Maybe it was the perfect day to wear her new blue suede shoes. For good luck. Binny turned around and got a glimpse of her mom looking so beautiful in the bright red silk sari Dad had bought her for Diwali. Everybody went shopping for Diwali. Kids got new clothes and toys, parents bought each other jewelry, and friends exchanged gift baskets filled with cakes and sweets and nuts. Wearing her new clothes, Binny ran downstairs for breakfast. Instead of cereal, Mom and Dad had a treat for her, warm jalebis, orange discs of sweetness that melted in her mouth when she bit into them, and soft, milky pedas that crumbled in her mouth and made her lick her lips. Dad quickly packed the rest for her class. "May the words you speak today be as sweet as jalebis and as soft as pedas," he said. That's one of the things that I enjoy most when I learn about a different culture is the types of traditions that they have, specifically food traditions, right? It's always fun to learn how to cook up a new recipe. So these are two special foods that they enjoy together, jalebis and pedas. Mom drove Binny to school. "Remember to tell them about the oil lamps," she told Binny as she kissed her goodbye. "Good luck, Min. You will do great." After morning circle time, Mr. Boomer called Binny's name. But when she stood before the class, a terrible thing began to happen. Suddenly, she felt so shy and scared, her mind went blank. Oh no. Has that ever happened to you, boys and girls? Where you got nervous and so all of a sudden, even though you had everything you wanted to say up here and you were ready, all of a sudden when it came time to do it, your mind went blank. You kind of forgot what you were going to say. Yeah, that's happened to me many times before. That's natural. When we get nervous, that happens. But let's see if Binny recovers and if she's able to deliver her special speech. Some children began to giggle. Others fidgeted, not knowing what to do. "Today is Diwali," Binny said nervously. Who?" yelled Tommy. The teacher stood up and gave the sign for quiet. Binny did want to share her favorite holiday with her friends, but she couldn't find the words. Mr. Boomer put a kindly hand on her shoulder. "Take a deep breath," he whispered. "I know you can do this." We talked about deep breaths before too, haven't we, boys and girls? That's something that really does work. So it's always important to try to remember that when you are feeling nervous or scared, to take a deep breath, calm your mind, and try to relax. Good advice from Mr. Boomer, right? A good reminder. Just then, Binny remembered what Mom had told her about the lamps. To celebrate Diwali, people lit little oil lamps called diyas and put them by their front doors to guide good luck into their homes and chase away the darkness. All over the world, Diwali marked the victory of goodness and light. Binny now knew what to say. Diwali is the Festival of Lights. It is a Hindu holiday that lasts 5 days, and it celebrates the victory of goodness and hope. She told them about the fireworks, how they whistled through the air and burst like stars in the night sky, leaving streaks of gold and red and green. She described the sparklers Dad lit in the yard, how she made figure eights with them, the golden sparks opening like a flower. Mr. Boomer brought over the streamers that Binny had made. She took out some colorful glitter and asked Juliet and Aisha to help her make them brighter. The class gathered around Mr. Boomer's desk as Binny handed him a tiny electric clay dia. The teacher turned it on. The small flickering light looked so pretty that all the children oohed and awed. Binny told them that if, on Diwali, you looked down from an airplane, you'd see the city shine like a diamond, lights shimmering everywhere you looked. She made them close their eyes and imagine a dark sky with a million twinkling stars. Diwali is a magical time for children everywhere. Binny had one more thing she wanted to show them, the best thing of all. She took out bags of colored powder, red, blue, yellow, purple, green, and orange, and sprinkled them onto the floor. First, she drew a flower with the powdered chalk. Then she used it to write, "Happy Diwali to all." The children started clapping. Binny went to her desk, and out came the box of pedas and jalebis, one for each student in the class, and Mr. Boomer, too. They ate every last crumb of the sweets and smacked their lips in delight. Romeo raised his hand. "How many festivals are there in the world?" he asked. Binny smiled. "Thousands of them," she said, "and they are all beautiful in their own way." Mr. Boomer leaned over to Binny and said, "Great job." She grinned from ear to ear. So in the beginning, when she stood up in front of the class, she was feeling scared and a little bit nervous, wasn't she? How do you think Binny is feeling now? She's smiling, so we know that she's happy. How else might she be feeling? Proud. That's what I was going to say too. She should be very proud of herself and proud of her family tradition. Binny walked home that day, celebrating her own victory of goodness and light. The spirit of Diwali was real. The story of the oil lamps had chased away her own fears. Everyone loved Diwali, this wonderful festival of lights. And in the back of this, boys and girls, the back of this book, what I really like is it tells a little bit more about the Diwali holiday, the celebration, what it's all about. So if you wanted to read further about this, you could check out this book from your local library. And I also like on this page, I'll read this part out loud because it's short. The 5 days of Diwali. Here's some of the things that they do. On the first day, people often clean their homes and shop for kitchen utensils. On the second day, homes are decorated with clay lamps and colorful patterns called rangoli, which are created on the floor with colored sand or powder, kind of like she did in front of her class at circle time, right? On the third day, families gather to pray the goddess of Lakshmi, to enjoy a delicious feast, and to watch fireworks. On the fourth day, friends and relatives give one another gifts and good wishes for the season. And on the fifth and last day, siblings visit one another and exchange gifts. Others use the day to clean and organize their workspaces. Very interesting, huh? I enjoyed learning all about Diwali, and I enjoyed this story, Binny's Diwali. I hope you did too. Special thanks again to my friends Leah and Sid. All right, my friends, let's sing our lullabies before we say goodnight. We're going to sing and sign Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star, and then we'll sing and sign God Bless the Moon. Here we go. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high, like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. And now for God Bless the Moon. I see the moon, and the moon sees me. God bless the moon and God bless me. And God bless you, boys and girls at home. As always, thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you again real soon on 5-Minute Bedtime Stories with Missy Lane. Good night.